Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking Android box. It is called LeBOXTV and it is modeled X. And view the full review on our website. I have to mention that this box is all-winner chipset, comes with 2 GB of RAM, 32 gig internal storage, comes with 5 GHz of Wi-Fi, 10100 LAN, Bluetooth 5 and Android 10. And I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Make sure you click the notification icon, select all, in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We'd love to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. And here are all the components that are part of the box. It comes with this user manual. It does indicate to you this is a product manual, but on top of it is in a different language. And it says that this is sale from mainland China. But now once you go inside of it, it's in different language. But if you flip it on the back, you look over here, you have all the information that you need in English. Installation guide and also what's in a package and also the product services, how to connect to Wi-Fi and the Ethernet also, and some information for the warranty. It comes with this HDMI cable. It also comes with this power adapter. One side is USB 2.0 and the other side is the one that you will connect to the box itself. Now the power supply is a little bit different. So let's just take it out of the box, the plastic, and then the head part too. So I believe this is a universal connector and they have sent us the American connector on the top. So this is the connector that you have to connect right on the top. And also you can see that it has a USB connector. Now when you go on the back part, it has all the information that you're really looking for. So this is 5 volt 2 amps as you can see right there, and it is about 10 watt. It also comes with this remote. Now this is an IR basic remote, and once you take it out, this is how it looks. So all the functions are on the top. This is for the STB or for the box itself, and this is a learnable button for the power, volume up and down, and also you want to change source, and you can see that it has a mute button for your TV. The rest of them are color buttons for the box itself, volume up and down for the box, mute, and also play and pause. You have the static mouse, you have the return key, and on top of that you have navigation key with the OK in the middle, and you have home button, you have the menu key, the full numeric button in the bottom, you have the delete button, and also it looks like the Windows icon, so you can launch your browser. And also you have their name written really nicely in the bottom. Now when you flip it in the back, you have the instructions on how you will be able to pair this with your TV remote. When you look on the top, you have the IR sensor. And then when you look in the bottom part of it, you have a little part that you can open and put 2 AAA batteries, which is very nice and smooth the way that they have made it. You have these little dots, so that way when you put it on the ground, it doesn't really wobble. Really beautiful the way that is created. But again, this is IR remote, which in this case, this is an Android box. We really require to have an Air Mouse remote. And the big moment is the actual box. It's sitting inside of a little plastic so it doesn't get scratched up. And here, this is how it really looks. I really like that design. Going around it doesn't have much markings and it looks beautiful. All right, so let's just check it out. Right from the top, you have their logo really nicely done. I like that little cut that they have done. It's really nice and detailic. And once you go to the front, you have a huge LCD in the front. It will show you your time, and also this is the IR section that the remote will work. Once we turn it on, you can see the front, but I like that little cut that they have done in the front. Going to the side of it, there's nothing here, but once you go to the back, you have a power connection, and then you have a LAN connection. You have an HDMI connection. Also the SPDIF, which is optical audio connection for your stereo system. And then you have an AV port. And once you go to the other side of it, you have 2 USB connections. One is USB 2.0. Then you have a USB 3.0. There's a little reset button if you ever making the box go to recovery. And then you have the SD card reader, which can read up to 128 gig. Now, once you go to the bottom part of it, you can see there's a lot of holes for ventilation. There's 2 little spots. If you want to hook this up to a wall, you can put a screw and then you can hook it up. And these parts are rubber, so that way when you put it on the floor or on the table, it doesn't really move, which is a really cool thing. Now, that's about it. Let's get this connected. To connect, we always connect our HDMI first and then the power. And you can see that as soon as you turn it on, you have your time, which is not correct yet. So as soon as you turn it on for very first time, this is the screen that you will see. And then it goes to this nice animation. Now once you are in the main screen, this is how everything really looks. So this is their main launcher. Again, you have logo on the top and then you have the date and time. Also, it shows that the Bluetooth is on and I'm connected via Wi-Fi, which is correcting. But then you have huge icons. These are just folders, as I'm going to show you. We have to click and then you can add a icon in this. In this case, I'm going to add AIDA64. And then if you go down, Geekbench, and there are more apps, but it has its own little space. So I will add only the ones that I'm just going to cover to make it simple for you so you know exactly what will happen in this video. All right, so this is the ones that I added. Now we can go back and here you go. But same thing with this one. It's a shortcut directly for their app. And then they have their own app store. Another thing is called Catch Up. Yes, this is also going to be a app which is already connected to this. Going next is all their apps that Howie will show. I really like that because everything is very simple, how everything is set up. The next thing we want to go through and play is going to be some apps. So let's go and start playing with it. So the first one we will go to is going to be YouTube app. So when you go to the settings, you can see that already the quality is setting on 4K, which is awesome. That's the maximum it can pull. But this is not it. Let's go a little bit geeky inside of this app. Or you can see that right now that this is, we're capturing it as 1080p, but you can see it says 2.0. Again, it doesn't say the frames, but that's cool. There's about 245 frame drops already into this, and it is capturing it on 4K, but in 30 frames per second. You can see the codecs that they're using right now is VP9 and MP4A. Tells you everything step by step, and the color and all of them is going to be in the bottom. The next thing we are going into is going to be Geekbench. Now we have already processed this. For single core we received 101 and for multi-core we received 257, which is a really good number. Now the next thing we're going to capture will be AIDA64. Now once you go to it, it has a lot of information in very detail, like that you can see. It says the name is TV. Now they manufactured, says Google for some reason, but the model number says LeBOXTV X. And then going down, it has all the information that you need, but here's the RAM. It says 2 GB. Internal storage that is 32 gigs, but you can see that only 24.58 is available. The rest of them is taken care of by the partition, also the recovery for the OS itself. On top of that, some apps that we installed. That's why this much is available now, which is a really good number. Now going on the bottom, Bluetooth, it says 4+. This app cannot really read some of these content information in it, but I know that these guys are using Bluetooth 5.0 on this box. Now going under CPU itself, you can see it is All-Winner H313 or H616. It is combined together to make this an octa-core according to their paperwork and also on their box, but you can see that it is quad-core setup and it is running on 1512 megahertz. The CPU utilization is 10%. It goes roughly about 30%, but it goes down really quickly. The display native resolution on this is 1080p, but they are using the Mali G31, which is a single core running on 60 Hz. And the OpenGL on this is 3.2. That means if you want to install some games on it, it will play it for you very easily. Now, when you go to the network right now, we are running on Wi-Fi, and you can see that the 5 gigahertz band is supported, which is really good numbers. Now, when we go to Android itself, you can see this is Android 10. API level is 29. And when you go under terminal, really cool number. So here's the CPU terminal, and this is how hot it can get. And then also the GPU goes about that number. Now remember that it depends how hot the area is too. So it's all combined together. It runs about 70, but it is not this hot all the time. And then going under the DDR, which is RAM, is also shows really high. I'm not sure what's running in the background to make it look this much heated, but it is not that hot. Now, the next thing I want to mention is going to be codecs. Now, it has all the codecs that you require. There's VP9, VP8, now going up to MPEG-4. Now, H.263 is there, H.264, and then going to AVC. All of the codecs that you really require are listed in this. I have to mention that, yes, you can AirPin, you can use it, or you can also use something called Miracast. Alright, so in order to Miracast, you have to make sure you have your remote on hand, and then you have to select the Miracast app. And once it comes up, grab your phone. You have to go from the top bottom. Now, I'm using Samsung Note 9, and there is a smart view you will select, and then the name will show up on the screen, which is right here, says LeTV Box X, and you have the same name over there. So we will just select it. You'll get this pop-up. You have to say start, and you should get another pop-up on the screen. So grab your remote. In this case, we have to select accept, and now it will flip, and now you have a full access. So now you can go to it, and you can see that it is very, very fast, and there's not much latency when you're playing with it. And the last thing I want to mention is going to be SpeedTest, so let's select it. Now, we have already processed a few, so you can see it right now that with the LAN, first thing that we tried, we got 93.9, and it was really steady, and it was going through. And then for the upload, we received 32.5. Again, this is exceeding. It will show you that, yes, they have 10100 LAN connection, and our ping was really low, so which is a really good number. Now, when we went to the Wi-Fi range for our download, you can see that it was going up and down, but it steadied between 205 to 170, but it normalized and it stayed there for 193. Again, 193 is a really good number. And when you see our upload rate, it's exceeding because our upload rate is 32 megabits per second. Again, our ping stayed really steady, which is a really good number. Now, when we did it for a third time, which is going to be the Wi-Fi again, you can see that it went up a little bit more and it just stayed there, which is a really good thing. And our upload was really pretty steady, but our ping was a little bit higher. But again, it gave us the numbers that we were looking for. So this is how the box really looks. It's a very nice box to play with. There have a lot of apps that are part of this, which I cannot cover because of certain time limitations and everything too. But yes, you can even clean your box by just clicking this app, and it will just get rid of all the apps that was at the back, and it will bring you all of the information. It will tell you exactly how much of the apps got wiped. In that case means closed, and it just clears all of your. It does not have an update app, it just have a manual one that you can go through, but except that it does work pretty good. This box is not that bad. If you really want to watch some Asian movies, this is a perfect box to get. But if you just want to get a box to play with and watch some movies on, or you want to get this to on the go, it has USBs and also micro SD card slot on the side as I'm showing you right now. It will really help you out to download some movies, or if you have it offline, you can play through this. Something like Netflix will allow you to download some of these movies and you can watch it on offline, and it will work perfectly for you. Except that I really like this box. If you do want to get one, links are going to be available in the bottom. Except that I hope you guys like our video. This was our take. Remember again that if you are going to be sarcastic, your comments will be deleted. I just have to mention that because we are trying to keep a positive look for all the videos that we are really paying attention to make, and that way we can bring you some reviews. Not a just, here you go, this is a box and I hope you like it and that's it. We're going to give you some in-depth information from it. If you don't understand, that's perfectly fine. Ask a question. We really love to help you out with that. Except that, here's our take. I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment in the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.